Hey, welcome back to another episode of Channel 64. I'm over here just clearing my inventory after a recent trip to my guardian farm because it's full of stuff. Or, well, fish. It's mainly full of fish. So, all this garbage that these guardians drop is just ridiculous. So I figured I'll just go ahead and throw this back into the sea here, or river. Quantum battery. Yeah, that's garbage. Let's get rid of that too. Anyways, so today I think we have some big plans. So all of those teases in the last episode talking about a big build, well, this is going to be the episode that we put it together. So today's build is going to be the biggest build I have ever done. And I thought the mountain was big. Oh, no. This is much bigger. So I've been gathering resources over the course of the last few weeks. The design process has taken about a month, and I'm going to go ahead and show you where we're building it. It's actually going to be right near my new mega base. All right, so we're at the mega base location, and we're going to go ahead and fly a little bit towards the guardian farm and kind of check out some of the sites from over here, if I can get up on top of this tree. So out there you see the very tail, pun intended, of our Anko the fish, and that's where the guardian farm is. Now, over here is going to be where our giant build is, and this is going to be a build like none other. It is going to be the largest build I have ever made. It's going to have so many blocks. So many blocks. I've actually been grinding for probably a week just to get the blocks together. The design itself has been over a month long now, and finally got everything good to go. What's going to go inside it, of course, is a stacking raid farm by ENXO4. So I wanted to go ahead and put that right there in the center, and of course the tower for the stacking raid farm is very tall, so I needed to build the equal size to cover everything. And well, you may see over here there's something hiding in the shadows. What is this? Supplies. It's about 150 160 shulker boxes worth of materials. Over 300,000 blocks are part of this build. Did I mention it's going to be big? Because it's going to be huge. So I think without further ado, we hop into a time lapse and see what all the hype is about. All right, and here's the final build. This is Octoper, the XXXL version, of course. I think the official name is Octoper OA, which is they were the mini boss within Waveman's stage in Mega Man 5. And obviously our version is much, much larger because it has to house ENX04 stacking raid farm. And yeah, so this took over 12 days to build. I can't remember the exact number of hours, but I think it was over 80 hours put in just putting this all together. The block count was a lot. It was 306,955 blocks to be exact, give or take. I know there's a few pieces of carpet that were missing on my schematic originally, so it's probably slightly more than that. But yeah, it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. All right, so let's go check this out here. So I've already been testing the farm, as you can see by my hero of the village. And so taking a quick peek in FreeCam, we can kind of see how this works a little bit. So we have a tower with a bunch of different villagers on it. So as the raid progresses, it shifts the raid up to these different villagers to the point where it's too far away and then starts a new one. And it keeps doing that over and over and over again. We have lots of these guys up top here right now waiting to just be killed, even though I've flown quite a way and come back. I thought they were they would despawn, but I guess not. Our raid captain bank right here. So when we do get all that stuff to all of them to despawn, then we'll have this to start the raid. These, of course, will be making their way down as we shake this floor. That's also what damages them and drops them through because the soul sand is not a full block, so it kind of pushes them down and they take fall damage and all that fun stuff. Then, of course, over here we have a non-standard item sorter for this, and it's basically a cool design by CollusionMC, linked down in the description below. And there's lots of different storage areas for our emeralds, and of course witch drops and our totems, and then everything else is kind of thrown away. We don't need saddles. I mean, really, we don't. And we'll probably catch a lot of that in our inventory anyways. So the way it works is you have to fly down there and get your bad omen, which we should be able to do. We might not actually need to do that with all of them up there. We may just be able to get bad omen as it is. I made the mistake before by using my normal netherite sword, which has fire aspect. That's not good with the armor stands that are down there that power the whole thing. Also, knockback 2, not preferable. I wish I had thought about that when I made this one. It still works. It's just you kind of knock the armor stand in the corner, and it could be better. So anyways, we'll go down here. Make our way down here. And then we just keep hitting the armor stand. And what this does is actually causes the sweeping edge attack to damage the raid participants up above. And so as I do this, it also causes that armor stand to the left to basically keep the timing of the farm. So it'll pop up into that string, which is seen by the observer, which then uses a control tower that's with a soul sand and magma cube or magma block water streams that are read by other observers. And that basically shifts the whole raid up the center there. It's very loud. And then what's cool, though, is since we have this enclosed, the farm wouldn't work if it's completely enclosed. We needed to actually have there's like a 3x3 area where the raid actually spawns above us. So thankfully, because I have that hole in the roof, it works just great. So you keep hitting at this for a while, and then once you're done with it, we just go ahead and sneak our way out. Hit this pressure plate a couple times to kill off some of the guys that are up there. They'll take their own damage and whatnot. Their entity parameting damage. It's so loud. And then, of course, you know, we have all our goodies. So lots of totems already. I mean, I've got totems in my inventory. We're also getting these pillager heads, which normally would get destroyed. But since my inventory wasn't full, we'll just grab some of those as well. So, yeah, not bad. I mean, wish I didn't have the axes, but that's no big deal. And then already getting tons of emeralds. And not too much of the redstone, but I've only AFK'd this for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. So it's pretty good. Whose feet are dancing up here? There's so many. They're just like ready to be killed. Anyways, we'll come back and take care of that later. And then, of course, for decoration, we have all of these tentacles coming out of the water. Now, you know, to be fair, I didn't make part under the water, but you're never gonna see that, so it's fine. But I guess now you know, so it's gonna just bother you. We could have probably put some farms in there too. I was just worried about spawning. My big concern with this whole thing is that it had to be completely raid proof. So that meant that we had to spawn proof everything with stuff other than light level, including carpet and whatnot. Now, I'm pretty sure since the way the raid's set up, you know, the fact that this was enclosed, I probably only needed to spawn proof the tops of everything. But of course, I did spawn proof on the inside as well. And that took a long time. And a lot of carpet. There is 15 shulker boxes of red carpet in there. I can't remember how many white carpet, but I'm pretty sure it's close to, it was over 10, between 10 and 15. But yeah, we have like tons of room. Like if we really want to put some farms in here, maybe like something that like a kelp farm or something, we could probably do that. But I'm not. And to kind of give you an idea of size here, we've got our previous farm build, which was our Enko over here, and as you can see, I mean, just scale-wise, he's a bit smaller than one of these tentacles, and these tentacles are certainly not as big as this guy. What I'm trying to say is it's big, and it took a long time. I hope you appreciate it. So, on another note, the reason why it's taking almost 4 weeks to get an episode out, aside from the large build, is unfortunately I had a in real life tragedy strike. So unfortunately my mom passed away a few weeks ago, so we've been kind of dealing with that as well on top of everything, which of course, you know, that kind of impacts the time you have for, you know, content creation and whatnot. So it's been rough, but I'm glad to get this all finally done and kind of, you'll move on from there and be able to put out more stuff. Excuse me, sheep. More stuff for you guys. But I at least I hope you understand and appreciate your patience in these new episodes and interruptions. Rude. Anyways, that's all I have for you this week. I'm gonna keep it short, just to the build and a little bit of my rambling, and we'll keep it at that for now. And we'll regroup next week with probably a storage system, because oh my god, there's so many shulker boxes I need to put away. So look forward to that. And yeah, anyways, safe travels everyone. Enjoy.